Hi, welcome back to the channel. Train Station 2. Having this fighting neck to neck again in this construction event 4th competition. Just a couple of points away from the first, and of course the third is always catching up. So can you imagine the tough fight I've been? Alright, now I'm going to prepare all this materials again. This dispatch suitability of trains has limited capacity. I'm short of just 11, and currently about 100 odd points away from the first, so I'm working really hard trying to catch up. Not to be ambitious to get first, but just need to get 200 points, i.e. third. So I'm fighting not for the first or second, I'm fighting for the third, but I know I may be overtaken soon, so I'm always trying to work very hard so that I can rush all the way to the top. And I think the last moment everybody will be using gems to overtake because of my limited number of gems. I'm trying to prepare for that in dropping of ranks. Minimally, let me drop to just third, alright, so that's what I'm hoping for. Okay, throughout the day I'll be trying my best to upkeep with the competitions by doing all the required items. So currently the trains are all out. We need a couple more minutes, so I'm going to fast forward that. And trains are back. So these are the materials collected, and then we're going to do those architectural materials factory construction, or all these items. And I've been putting some items on that standby output lay platform there because of the insufficient space that I have. So I complete that already. So I got 2 more of those jobs, and this is another one which I can do quite fast. Luckily they're asking for these items that require, and it allows those trains with high capacity to pass through. So that's one good thing about that. Otherwise I'll be struggling with the capacity of 4 or 6 with those region 4 trains. That's the struggle that I'm facing, but of course I'm really hoping towards getting that 2 legendary trains with higher capacity at the start, so that that will ease some of the issues that I face with this current competition. This is the toughest competition. I mean, for the past few competitions it's quite smooth due to the large fleet of region 3 trains, but I said this is really one of the toughest ones because I'm just entered the region 4 with limited capacity, and fighting with these people, I guess they may be good in terms of fleets of trains they have. So it's quite tough. At many times, I mean, the second and third competition has shown I'm just a few points shy from the first and the second. So for the second competition I managed to only get second, and the third one get third. So I don't want the fourth competition now to get fourth because that would mean that I'm short of 200 so-called of those event coins, and I get only 180. I'll be short of 20. So I really hope I can get third this round, then I can exchange for that legendary train already. 800 points plus 200, perfect, 1000. Right, so that's what I'm aiming for. Have you got your train already? I mean, there are 2 legendary trains, Drill Master, which is using those event coins, 1000 of them, and of course the Brick Hook. You will need 4000 of those event keys. Have you get any of them? If yes, please share with me in the comments, and also let me know how you feel about it. Must be very exciting, I guess. So far collected only 3 trains, which helped me a lot. Otherwise I'll be even slower in terms of the progress. So I think made a right choice of doing that, because not many of the jobs will require legendary trains, but in the past I was always aim for the legendary train first, because you gotta secure that. Don't let it bypass you, because what if you don't get it in the event? You will be very regretful, right? So that was the previous strategy, but this time round I have no choice due to the small fleet of trains, and I know that the 3 lower tiered trains will help me in the jobs to be done. So that's why I chose to exchange all the keys for the lower tiered 3 trains, which I got from the event already. That helps me a lot, especially during some of the double or triple restriction kind of jobs, which they say that they can only be region 4 of a certain engine type, and must be certain tiered of quality trains. So then I'll be faced with very limited number of trains. So luckily I have redeemed that 3 trains, which I'm quite happy with. So now I'm at third. Right now you can see fighting neck to neck with the second, and then eventually at the end of this video I'll be fighting neck to neck with the first. Alright, so Drill Master, Big Hook, these are the two legendary trains I've been talking about. So that's my target right now, and that's I believe everybody's aim as well. So currently also trying to increase the population using the 5 building technique. Not very successful so far because of limited blueprints I have for the maps, because I've not been doing a lot of those captain shipment due to the event fatigue. Nonetheless, I think I'll do up more later on. So currently trains are all back. They are all with the wood, and that's what required for the construction of the architectural materials. So correct, just a couple more, 8 more points to get the second. So that's something we're going to struggle. Yes, managed to do that. So with that completed, that will allow me to push to the second. So currently I have 5 more trains at my disposal. We're going to see what we can do. Alright, even if we finish all the 5 trains delivery, we will not fulfill that. But I think we should have sufficient archers there. So I'm just going to do up a bit, 200 more. Yep, you can see 180 in progress, plus this 84 I have. More than sufficient to cater to the 244 requirement. I try not to do too many, because otherwise it will take up all my warehouse spaces. And if not, you will just jam up my architectural materials factory output lane. So this is something that I got to manage very well due to my limited warehouse spacing, and of course all arising from the small population I have. So working on the population is really important, something I didn't really focus on, but I think moving forward I'm trying my best to up the population. I didn't know there's such things as 5 building techniques until I read about it. So I'm having 3 common buildings and 2 special buildings, and hoping that as and when I throw away those upgrade jobs, you give me a new job that only require items rather than those maps. That will allow me to move faster. And every time I can throw away one, and then I gotta watch another video to throw another one. So every time it's only 2. The third one you need to spend gems. Then you need time to pass in order for you to repeat the cycle of throwing the 2 jobs that we've required the maps, which I have 0 right now. So if you have maps, then that will be easy. Otherwise, for me, I'm having a tough time trying to upgrade a population without maps. So maps comes by normally, be it during the event rewards or during the captain, when the ship came along asking for some items, and you fulfill it, you get some maps. So those are the maps I'm talking about. I'm talking about the first type of map, which is very short with. The other maps I have more than sufficient, but it's always the first map that runs out very quickly. So this is another requirement. We should convert all those plants into flour, and then to just deliver them. Now I fulfill all the requirements of 56 more to go. I got 101, so I did not worry about that, but I think I gotta worry more about the other items. Alright, gotta clear this, the plywood, and then we're gonna make the closet. Closet will allow me to jump up fast, because the closet delivery requirement of the trains, as you go to measure, look at the trains, suitable trains part, right? The more you have, the better it is. And of course you should know your trains well. If you have very good region 3 trains, then you look for region 3 suitable trains, and then you do that one first, right? Because every time you send out the trains is 1 hour. So if you have 6 trains or max 7 trains because you're Harry, then you got to calculate how many trips do the 7 trains need. Is it 1 trip or 2 trips? And then you're going to check with the hour left for the competition. Currently we know that we have 13 odd hours left, so that's okay, but especially the crucial 6 hours at the end of the competition, that's very important. But it's also good that we should take note of the EP points as well. Try to do all the big EP points, because if you do all the small EP points, people do 188 EP points, and you do probably need to do 31 or 33 EP points to beat that 1 EP points job of 88. So you got to plan that well as well. Sometimes you just have to ignore very low EP points jobs, put them aside, unless you got extra capacity train. When you fulfill the 2 other EP points job, then you just drop 1 or 2 extras onto that remaining job. So that's the static I've been using. if you simultaneously try to fulfill all jobs, you'll be lost. Basically, what I meant is because you have sent out trains for every job, and then you didn't fulfill any of the job, you'll be losing end. Alright, so this is especially crucial during the last bit of the competition, i.e. the last leg, which is now, because with this kind of 2 to 3 days competition, it's very important at the last day, the last 24 hours, and especially more important within the last 12 to 6 is the most critical period, right? So the 6 hours, because you got to measure, one trip is an hour, it comes back, and then you can send again. So you got to measure it properly, otherwise what I experienced was that short of a couple of minutes, I think just 5 minutes, I'll be first, but I ended with third, because my last job was 88 EP points. I just lost about a couple of tens of points to the second and the first. So this is something very crucial. I hope you good luck and all the best.